Public sector strike likely to be averted, and South Sudan celebrates its first anniversary. Good evening to you, I'm Greg Hoos. A crippling strike by government employees looks set to be averted. This as public sector unions and the government are now on the verge of a breakthrough in this year's drawn-out wage talks. Senior sources in both government and public sector unions have told SABC News that a deal could be signed as early as tomorrow. This comes after government upped its wage offer from 6.7% to 6.9% last Thursday. The unions have already revised their wage increase demand down from 8% to 7.5%. They've been consulting their members on government's new offer. The unions are now reporting back to the Public Service Coordinating Bargaining Council. South Africa stopped the distribution of SD Bioline HIV testing kits after reports that the World Health Organization has blacklisted them. The health minister's ordered his department to stop distributing the kits. Health spokesperson Fidel Hadebe hasn't said how many of the 4.5 million testing kits government bought have been distributed. Media reports revealed last week that the WHO had ruled them unreliable. The Basic Education Department says today's arrest of an education official for allegedly dumping about 700 textbooks at Giyani in Limpopo vindicates them. Spokesperson Panyasa Lesufi says a clear indication that sabotage is behind the textbook crisis in the province. The grade 8 and grade 3 textbooks were found dumped near a dam a week ago. Police spokesperson Hangwane Mulaudzi.
Investigations has led us to detain a 44-year-old clerk from the Department of Education in Giyani. The investigations are still continuing to ascertain if there are any other people involved in this matter. The suspect will be appearing tomorrow at Giyani Magistrate Court.
A VIP unit member who's attached to the KwaZulu-Natal Agriculture MEC, Meshach Hadebe, said he's relieved that he's been acquitted of 6 counts of attempted murder in the Pietermaritzburg Regional Court. Klanganai Nkomalo faced attempted murder charges in connection with an accident in which 6 people were injured on the N3 in 2008. However, he was found guilty of unlawfully discharging a firearm on a public road. His co-accused, the driver of the state vehicle, was found guilty of reckless and negligent driving. Nkululeko Klope reports.
The 2 accused had been rushing to pick up former Social Development MEC Meshach Hadebe. Nkomalo had fired 2 shots in the air when a private car failed to move out of the way. This had caused the driver to lose control of his vehicle, which veered into the oncoming traffic and collided head-on with the buggy. All 6 occupants in the vehicle were injured. The case was postponed to the 26th of July.
The Western Cape Premier Helen Zille says drastic steps need to be taken to combat gang violence on the Cape Flats. She's written to President Jacob Zuma requesting that the army be deployed to gang-ravaged areas like Lavender Hill and Hanover Park. Zille says violence has continued despite the deployment of additional police officers.
We have these spikes from time to time that we have to deal with, and in the past deploying the army has worked. My concern at the moment is that gang culture seems to be spreading to new areas. It's all associated with drugs and the drug trade and the fight over the lucrative drug trade, and that has created a real crisis for us in the Western Cape. But we have to come to grips with the drugs crisis and the gang crisis and make sure it does not spread any further.
South Sudan's marked its first independence anniversary with pomp and splendor. The country's president, Salva Kiir, has used the opportunity to call for dialogue and reconciliation with Sudan.
Although the Republic of Sudan has declared South Sudan as their number 1 enemy, we will still remain committed to peace with them.
The top story at 6, a crippling strike by government employees looks set to be averted. SAfm News.